Who likes to fly first class? It costs £5,000 a ticket to fly first. Okay, so who's never flown business or first class before? Right? Do it. But I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, John, it's a lot. Look, stop thinking about things being expensive. You need to start investing in yourself. Does that make sense? Like, I can't stress it enough to you that you need to start paying your way and buying your way to success. Do you know investing in yourself is a down payment for success? That's how you have to look at it. Just like you put a down payment on a house, a down payment on this, you'll put a down payment on you to make more money. So why fly first? Do you know a friend of mine, his name is Jeff, he said this to me, he said, Jeff, I'm not paying $5,000 for a ticket, it's a complete waste of money. And he said, John, you don't understand. He said, that's why you're not a billionaire yet. I said, oh, okay. Teach me something. So he said, John, do you know people who, like when you go to fly first, like people who fly first, so there's first and there's private, right? So private jets, like what billionaires fly, but the people that fly first are the people that control the money for the billionaires, right? So for example, family offices. So do you guys know what a family office is? Raise your hand if you know what a family office is. What's a family office? Right. So you're so rich, you've got billions of dollars of cash in the bank, you don't know what to do with it. They'll hire someone to control that money. And that person decides what they invest in. Right? So that's why you need to get to know these people. You need to understand where these people work. And a lot of them don't always fly private, they fly first. Right? Which is still decent. So my friend was, and when you go to the first class lounge, so economy, you're with everybody, right? Then you have business, which is for the business people. Then you have first class, which is like for high, like top family office, VCs, fund managers. These are the type of people. So he was on his laptop and he overheard a conversation. He said, yeah, we're going to go IPO next week. That's what he heard. Now, what does the word IPO stand for? Initial public offering. You need to start getting used to your vocabulary. Right? Every time you hear the word IPO, that's really good. And if you hear IPO before anybody else, it's really good. Right? So he was in the lounge, he overheard this on a phone call because this casino was going to build a casino out in Vegas and they got planning permission. That's why they were going to invest in it and that their goal was to take it public. So he overheard the conversation and he bought some shares in the company. And when the company got the planning permission, they announced it to the market, the shares went up, the investors, he made a lot of money. That's why it's not just about having the right skills. You've got to have the right skills, but you have to be around the right people. And you have to know your why, and you have to know how. So let me ask you, is 5,000, if every time you spent let's say you fly 4 times a year, you spend £20,000, but yet you met somebody or you got a piece of information like that could change your entire life. Raise your hand if you think that would be worth it. But most of you logically can see it, but you won't do it. You go, I'm not paying $5,000 for a first class ticket. It's a waste of money. Besides the fact, by the way, it's very comfortable to fly first because you can sleep, right? And you've got a bed and you've got your pajamas and you can serve your food whenever you want to eat. Right? So I got in the plane and said, can I eat 2 hours before I land? Sure. And then I go to bed, I put the bed up, I sleep, and then when I get up, I eat. Whereas in economy, you have to eat when everybody else eats. Or if you miss your food or you're really tired, if you sleep, and you're starving. Right? So your luggage comes out first as well. Right? So you save time, you skip the queue. Do you know, I'm telling you, all these little things make a big difference. For example, I had to jump on a call with an investor, and it had to be at a certain time because this guy's really busy. If I didn't get my luggage out in time to get out of security in time, I wouldn't have been able to meet that meeting. So all these little things, you may not think it makes a big difference, but it makes a huge difference. And you need to understand at a very deep level, a subconscious level, why this is so important. Because the people that invest in themselves, every multi-millionaire that I know, every billionaire I know has advisors, has consultants that come to them and teach them things, and they're always going to high-profile events. That's what you want to get into. So my friend is called the Billionaire Networker. He's the guy who gets to Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. His name was Christopher Kai. And, you know, he taught me a lot of this stuff. Like, how do you get to a Leonardo DiCaprio? How do you get to, like, someone big? Because when you get to those people, you're with everybody else. And that's how it works.